Namaste. Welcome to the class. Savdhan Siddha Brahmana. Santi, Santi, Santi. Swastika. In the previous class, we discussed about the chapter cell. Now in this class, we will discuss about another important and familiar topic. So before starting this topic, now I am just asking you some question. Okay? So my question is, how many sense organs do you have? So how many sense organs do you have? Yes. How many sense organs? There are 5 sense organs. So how many sense organs? There are 5 sense organs. What are that? They are ear, eye, nose, tongue, and skin. Ear is the sense of hear. Ear is the sense of hear. Eye is the sense of sight. Nose is the sense of smell. Tongue is the sense of taste. Skin is the sense of we know that these 5 sense organs are very important for us. The world is largely known through its sense organs, and out of this sense organ, this sense of sight is very important for us, because through our sense of sight we can see everything around us. We can see this whiteboard, chair, table, pen, desk. In the night we can see also the moon, stars, etc. due to this sense of sight. We can see the words and the sentences writing on the blackboard due to the sense of sight also. So how this thing made possible? So in this class we will discuss about this, how this thing made possible. Let me give you an example. I entered in a room and the room's light is switched off. Will you able to see something? Will you able to see something when the room's light is switched off? I don't think so. Can you see something when the room's light is switched off? I don't think. Our eyes are so fabricated in such a way that you can see it in dark black also. So here you cannot see the things when the light is switched off. But when the light is switched on, you can see everything in the room. So we can see the things when light is switched on. So what do we know? We know that light is very necessary to see. So what we know? We know that light is very necessary for us to see. So in this class we will discuss about the chapter light. So in this class we will discuss about the chapter light. Okay? So in the chapter light, first point that we are going to discuss is define light, or the definition of light. We know that we can see everything here and there, but we have to define the term light. That means we have to define the light. After that, next about the classification of object. objects. We always classify the things. We know that we always classify the things. So in this chapter, light, depending upon the light, there are also classification of some objects. We are going to discuss about this classification of object. That means depending upon the light or depending upon the emitting of light, how many types of objects are there? We are going to classify this. Third point is light travels in a straight line. Light travels in a straight line. Did you know that? If you didn't, to talk about that the light travels in a straight line. Okay? And third and fourth point in this chapter, we will discuss about how the shadows are formed. We know that the shadows are formed. So in this chapter, we'll talk about how the shadows are formed. How the shadows are formed. Okay, so we will discuss about one by one in this chapter. Okay, so we know that light is very necessary for us to see anything. So for to see anything, light is necessary. So light is necessary for us to see anything. Okay, light is necessary for anything to see. It is understandable. So something that providing us light, like the sun. We are also able to watch this. That means we are able to watch the sun. Tell me something. If I have a chair or this marker pen, this marker pen does not have its own light, and this chair also does not have its own light. How can you see these things? In this picture, you can see the balls, you can see the light balls, you can see this and this because they have its own light. But in this picture, this and this, they do not have their own light. But how can you see this? How can you see this? Because this substance does not have its own light. Then how you can see these objects? You know what happens? Light is reflected. So we can see these things. For example, light from a source. Example, sun. So light from a source like the sun or the light from the light bulb starts traveling to something or falls on something and get reflected. That's how we can see the things which do not have its own light. So how can we see the things which do not have its own light? So light from the source like the sun or the light bulb traveling to something or falls on something and get reflected. That's how we can see objects which don't have its own light. Okay, we know that light is very important for us to see. So what do you think? You think that light is enough to see? If only light is enough to see, helps us to see. So light and our eyes, both light and our eyes both are responsible to see the things. Light and our eyes both are necessary to see a thing. What are the two things that are definitely required to see something? It is light and eyes. Light and eyes both are important to see something. Light alone cannot see the things or eyes cannot alone can see the things. So both take equal responsible for to see a things. Okay, clear on this much? In this class we will discuss about light. Light is necessary for us to see anything. Then you know that some objects are there that they have own light. So we are able to see this object, but some substances or some objects are there which do not have its own light. So how can these things made possible? How we can see these things? So the light from the source, like the sun or the light ball, travel to something or falls on something and get reflected. Then we can see the things. So in this way, the objects or the substances which do not have its own light, we can see that things. Okay? Are you clear on this much? Okay? The definition of the light is the the natural agent that stimulates light and makes the thing visible. Okay, so what is the definition of the light? The natural agent that stimulates light and makes the thing visible. Okay, so there are some objects which have its own light, but there are also some objects which do not have its own light. Some objects like the sun, light bulb, they have its own light, and the moon, chair, table, these do not have its own light, but we can see these objects or substances. I am here, and I do have light around. That is why you are able to see me. I do not have my own light, but I do have light around. So you are able to see. Based on emitting their light, there are two types of objects. First one is luminous and second one is non-luminous. The classification of light, you know that based on the light there are two types of objects. Based on the emitting their light, there are two types of objects. First one is luminous, second one is non-luminous. So what are luminous objects? The objects which have their own light known as luminous object. For example, sun, light bulb, etc. So what is non-luminous object? Non-luminous object. So here you have to remember that the another name of non-luminous object is illuminate. So another name is illuminated. Illuminated. So the objects which do not have their own light known as non-luminous object. For example, moon. You cannot see the moon if there is no sun, because the sun shines on the moon and due to the reflected part, we are able to see the moon. So there are some substances which do not have their own light, and these substances are known as the non-luminous object. It is otherwise known as illuminated. Example, moon. You are able to see the moon because of the sun, because sun shines and get reflected on the moon, and we can see the moon. Okay. So today this much. In this class, so in this introductory class of light, we discussed about light. So first we will discuss about the definition of the light. That is, it is a natural agent that stimulates light and makes the thing visible. Then we discuss about the classification of depending upon the light or emitting the light. There are two types of objects, luminous and non-luminous. Luminous objects are those objects which have their own light, like the sun and the light bulb. But there are some objects which do not have their own light, and these objects are known as non-luminous. And the another name of non-luminous is illuminated. And example is moon. We are able to see the moon because of the sun, because sun shines on the moon and gets reflected. So we are able to see the moon. So there are some substances like the pen, the chair that do not have their own light, but we are able to see this. How we can see these things? Because the light from the source get traveled and falls on something and get reflected. So we are able to see the things. So what are the two things that are definitely required to see the things? The two things are light and our eye. And we will discuss there are 5 sense organs. What are that? First one is eye, ear, nose, tongue and skin. Eye is the sense of sight, tongue is the sense of taste, nose is the sense of smell, ear is the sense of hear, and skin is the sense of touch. Okay, so now I am just asking you some questions based on today's topic. You will write the answer of this question and send it to my personal WhatsApp number. Okay, so here are some questions. You will write the answer of this question and send it to my personal WhatsApp number. First question is define light. You have to write the definition of the light. Second question is differences between luminous and non-luminous object. You will have to differences between luminous and non-luminous object. Third question is what are the two things that are required to see the things? What are the two things? You have to write the two things name that are necessary to see the things. Okay. You will write the answer. If you have any doubt, you can call me. Okay. Thank you.